Hi, everyone. I've got four things I think may help you work your comic convention, setting up an artist alley. I talked a little bit in some other videos about just selling prints and uh, merchandise. So just talking about the setting up the actual table, I've got a few things that are pretty inexpensive. Well, one of them, probably the banner, is probably going to be your biggest thing. So we'll start there. So you're going to need a banner. Um, a couple things to keep in mind with the banner, especially if you're going to fly to shows. The banner that I use is I got from the San Diego Sign Company. I've always been every banner I've had, and I've had like four different ones I've gotten from them. And I'm going to pull that one up here. If you're going to travel with it, um, then I found that this one, their Orient Small single sided here, it comes in this bag here that fits perfectly in overhead compartments on airplanes. So um, this is the one I've always used. If you ever see me at a show, this is what it is. It all fits in here really easily. It's really easy to carry. It's pretty light. The base of it, I like. There are, if you I don't know if you can see it, it's basically it comes with. Is there turn around? Oh, there it is. There's the back. So this rod basically folds into three pieces, and then you put it in this. You just stick it in this hole, and then this is basically just pulls up out of here. So I've seen other ones that have legs from different companies where you kind of move the legs out. Those will work too. I kind of like this one. Um, it's pretty sturdy. I can travel with it. I've never had it break. The nice thing about this is you can swap out if you want to get a new image. I think I actually found a print company locally, and so if you ever want to change the image, you may want to look into seeing if there's a local print company that will print it and can install it for you. It was a little bit cheaper than going back to San Diego Sign Company. So banner is important. You can get as they have bigger versions of this. This is the smallest. There's a medium and then there's a large. This runs about 199, $200 essentially. Um, but when you're designing your banner, remember that pretty much the lower third is going to be taken up with you sitting in front of your table, right? So just think, you need a vertical image that works vertically where most of the information is going to be above your head. So keep that in mind. Um, you can get bigger. I've seen, and I've said in some convention videos how you walk, and especially with C2E2 where it really hit me, where a lot of people's banners just seem to be humongous. But again, they're a pain to travel with. So, second thing that made my life so much easier, speaking of a pain traveling with a bunch of different things, uh, was, and I didn't have this exact one, but you're gonna need a hand truck, seriously. This one I was actually mine is I've had for years. I'm probably gonna have to get another one as long as it folds. Like this one folds like actually in a pretty compact. If you're traveling, you can fit it in the trunk of your car. Um, mine is actually will fit. I've got like basically it's a luggage. This one might be a little more heavy duty than the one I have. You can also get a luggage hand cart that basically folds up and fits inside of a suitcase, which is why I've taken it on planes before, and it makes a world of difference. I take it to New York. I actually first couple years I would take a suitcase full of art stuff and I would wheel it all down New York and New York City Midtown going to the show. And I one time, I mean, you're going over bumps and everything, and the wheels. I know I lost one, maybe two wheels, and then I had to drag the thing. So the hand truck, get one that fits into your suitcase. You can travel. Um, I typically on an airplane going to a show, I have my art bag, um, which is basically will fit an 11 by 17, art and prints in it. I split my prints in between that and the suitcase. I have my suitcase with the hand trucks. When I get there and I'm walking to the show that first day, it's always that first day that's I think the hardest. Well, go setting up and hopefully you've sold some stuff so it's not as heavy. But if you can fit, I can fit everything, including my bag. On I usually carry the banner because it's not very heavy. But your art bag will be heavy, or you got everything you're selling. You set those boxes on a hand truck, that little whatever, whether it's a luggage hand cart or an actual hand truck, will make your life so much better. Now, the thing is, I'm considered getting one that will go. You can get them to actually convert into carts, like four wheels. And I may next time I get one, I may get that. The thing you're going to run into with that is at some convention centers, if you get one, make sure you can use it with two wheels or four, because, for example, Wizard World Cleveland, we get in, and I've gotten emails like this before from other convention centers. If they're unionized, they won't let you yourself wheel something with four wheels in on it, right? Even though it's a thing. So we can wheel two wheels in, but not four. So if you get one, make sure you can wheel it on two. So the other thing, two more things, and I have not done this one, and I'm going to look into it. I was just looking at the prices, and they're a little pricey, but something like this with your logo, your name, maybe some pictures of things you've done, just to get some things on the front of the table. That's some real estate space you can use to advertise. In New York, I actually had a lot of prints hanging. I just, crudely taped them to the front. And a lot of people stopped and looked at them and bought prints because of that. Now, these are full table and, it's 200 and some dollars. But again, if you have a good show or two, you can make that back. Uh, should be able to make it back within a show. But it's one of those things where if you're doing this, uh, trying to do it as a business, you can write that off your taxes. Again, I haven't done this. I don't know when. I know this my studio has that I'm with. We have ones with the logo on it. I'm thinking about getting one just when I do shows by myself. Uh, but anyway, the other thing is, and this is I think really important, the best thing ever. Okay, these things right here, you'll see a lot of these at the show. Okay, I have ordered one. Oh, I didn't. Oh, the Whitmore storage cube. Okay, set of four. So these things come in. You don't have to set them up like this in cubes because they're connected with these little black connectors. So you can actually arrange them in whatever configuration you need. I have mine set up like down here. I have the base, but then I'll have like you see these little like the back and the front. I'll just do that all the way up, and it gets above eye level. And then I just take little like not paper. Those paper clips that are like the black ones, the heavy duty ones that clip on the actually clip, not paper clips like the little thin metal pieces. But I'll just pin my prints all along the side, and that gets them eye level. And a lot of people do this. Now, if you're going to sell merchandise, talked about selling like whether you're selling books or you're selling like figures or whatever you're selling, you can configure them kind of like this, where they have shelves too, or you can configure them to where there's like a tower with a shelf here and there. But it gives you some options, and they're pretty cheap. They're like $20 for these. One set will let you get two towers above eye level. That's what I have. Some people buy like three sets, and they go like they make like a tower and then a top. I find that kind of blocks the banner, but it's up to you. So those are four things that you might want to look at getting. The thing to display stuff is important. Get stuff off the table. Also, if you're at a show where you only have like 3 feet of space, because if you get a half table, you need to go up. Um, and the table for me, I think the table throw with your logo or some images or something would help as well, because again, you're going down, so you're maximizing this vertical space. So just want to share those few things. And I am reading the comments, slowly getting to doing videos about the questions you all had. And if you have any more, please leave them in the comments here. I'll get to them. Like and subscribe. Share the video if you liked it. And I will see you next time.